All right, so now we're doing the individual clothes. So I'm going to ask Susan, as our guest, Susan, go ahead and come on over. We're going to go to the living room and we're going to have your individual consultation. If you want to have a seat there, I'm going to grab her placemat, okay, and her profile card. And if there's anything else in front of her, I'm going to grab it at that time. All right, if there's just anything extra, her tickets, anything like that, because I want to make sure that she doesn't think when she left everybody took her tickets, right? So I'm going to clean that up for her and I'm going to take it. All right. Are we both in there?
Yeah.
Are you okay being on video?
Sure.
It's just for us. You look good.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so I'm going to look at her profile card, and what I'm going to immediately do is I'm going to turn it over to the back side, because what I want to see, I want to focus on how she answered those 3 questions. I want to see what kind of shopper she is. I want to see when she said was good for her follow-up. Okay? Everybody said yes to the free stuff, so that's just kind of like a bonus one. That gave me a reason to say, okay, here's how you get your free stuff. Shop. Okay? So I'm going to look over this, and before I try to close the sale, I want to connect with her. All right? So I'm going to sit a little bit closer to her because I like to connect. All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to ask her a couple questions about her experience today before I try to close the sale. So I'm going to say, how's your face feel?
It's wonderful.
Wonderful?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm smiling, I'm touching my face. When I'm doing that, she is a mirror, because when people mirror your reaction, they're connected to what you're saying. Okay? So she's going to reach up and go, feels great. Okay? So I'm still touching my face. I'm going to say, what was your favorite skincare product today?
The microdermabrasion.
Microdermabrasion. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorites too. So I'm going to write down, just in a little pink area, microdermabrasion, and put a smiley face by it. All right? Because I might refer to that later if I need to. If Susan came back and said, I really love the lip balm, okay? I'm going to say, oh, I love the lip balm too. What about the skincare? What was your favorite skincare product? Okay? I want to sell her on the skincare, all right? Lip balm is $9, right? I want her to go home with a miracle set. So I'm going to say, okay, great. What about the skincare? All right? And I'm gonna keep asking until she tells me about skincare. And I'm going to write it down. And then I'm going to say, so how do you feel about that foundation shade? What do you think? Did we get it right, or
Maybe
a little bit too
lighter.
dark? Maybe
Yeah.
you want a lighter shade?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a note of that, because I wanna validate her opinion, because I can see right here it's too dark. I know that. I know she knows that. So I want to acknowledge that with her, all right? So, okay, so lighter foundation, all right? And then I'm gonna ask her and say, okay, so I see you're a power shopper. Awesome. All right, so money's no object. Did you already figure that one out? So when you pick 4 sets out, that's how you get that travel roll-up bag for free. So which sets are you going home with today? And I'm just gonna give that to her and assume that she's going home with the travel roll-up. So while she's looking that over, I'm going to be quiet. And that's the hardest skill sometimes, I think, is the skill of learning to be quiet. Because I wanna keep talking and keep like blah, 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 blah. And she's thinking, well, I don't know, am I a travel roll-up shopper? And then now she starts the internal dialogue of, well, I just got my cleanser from Clinique. That's what they all say. I just got my cleanser from Clinique, but I do need a moisturizer. And I really did like the way that foundation went on. So she's got this internal dialogue on that we can't see. But we become anxious and we speak. So the rule is the first person to speak goes home with all the product. Okay? So it's a trained skill to be quiet. So while she's looking that over, she's got her inner dialogue on. I'm pulling out a sales ticket. I'm looking through my own folder, like it's the first time I've seen it, and I'm writing her name very slowly. If she's still quiet, I might drop my pen and pick it up, like whatever I have to do to be silent. It's only going to take about 30 seconds, okay? So, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I want to get the ultimate set.
Ooh, the ultimate. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. Okay, so the ultimate, combination oily or normal to dry. What was your skin type? So I'm going to look over on this side because she already indicated that. Okay, you're pretty normal. All right, so we'll do a normal to dry. Okay.
And the microdermabrasion.
Ooh, the microdermabrasion. Okay.
And I think we're going to go with foundation set.
Ooh, the foundation set. You know what, Susan? That one is actually worth 2 sets. So between those 3, that actually makes 2, 3, 4. You get the roll-up back for free.
Yay!
Woohoo! Yeah. So I'm going to write on the free travel roll-up. All right. So I'm going to total up her sales. I'm going to look and make sure. Okay, so for foundation, we want to do this color. Okay, so we're going to drop it down a shade, which would be this color, and I'm going to total up her sales. and let's just say her sales are $285, okay? I'm not gonna say it's $285, okay? I'm just gonna say it's $285, okay? So don't say $285.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna say, okay, Susan, it's $285. I can do cash, check, credit, debit, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What works better for you today?
Oh, credit card.
Credit card?
Yes.
Okay. I can do Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover. What do you have on you today? MasterCard. Okay. So I'm asking her very specific questions to narrow it down, but letting her know, like, we pay for it today. Okay? It's not like you pay in 3 weeks when I deliver the product if I don't have it with me that day. You close the sale at the time of the sale. All right? So I'm going to say, okay, so $285, and all right, so here's your credit information. You can actually get the ProPay Jack and slide it, all right, which is what I recommend.
People don't want to just give you that.
People don't want to give you their credit information, so have that available. If you don't have the ProPay Jack, you can still get the ProPay app and manually log it in. Okay? If you're old school like me, I have a hard time getting in that habit, so I still write down the numbers. So, but if you're new, learn the new system. It's much easier. Okay? And then I'll say, all right. And then for your follow-up, I see that you said evenings are usually better. Were you thinking like beginning of the week, end of the week? What works better for you?
Thursdays are good.
Thursdays are good?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looking ahead, and I'll have my calendar available, marked out when I'm available to work, and I'll say, okay, well, I have Thursday the 23rd or Thursday the 31st. What works better for you?
The 23rd.
23rd, okay. And did you want me to come to you, or did you want to come to like an event that I have? If I come to you, I usually ask that you share it with a couple friends just to make it worth your while, and you can get some free stuff.
Well, come to me.
Oh, okay, so you have free stuff. All right, I love it. All right, so Thursday the 23rd, was 7 o'clock a good time for you?
Sure.
7. All right. So I'm booking based on what she wants, all right? So I've got my referrals from here. I've closed my sales with payments. I have got my future booking scheduled, okay? And then the last thing I'm gonna do is say, you know what, I know you're gonna think I'm totally crazy, but you were just so fun and engaging at the skincare class. Could you ever see yourself doing what I do? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, would you be willing to get a cup of coffee on me and we could talk a little bit more about it? And who knows, maybe that party on the 23rd could be your paycheck. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to schedule her for a coffee. All right. Whether or not it's for her, I have no idea. But you always want to ask, because you don't ever want to not ask and then have that person be a national sales director sometime later and say, I was a customer for 10 years and nobody ever asked me. Okay. So I ask everybody. All right. So that is your individual close. We did the table close with the travel roll-up, and the transition to the individual close is where the magic happens. Okay? All right, so let me pause this, and then we'll answer any questions.